December 26, 1980, Rendlesham Forest, Suffolk, England. Just outside RAF Woodbridge, a United States Air Force base. It was the early hours of the morning. Cold, dark, silent. Security patrolmen noticed something unusual beyond the trees. Strange lights. Not aircraft lights, not flares, not stars. Colored beams moving between the forest branches. Red, blue, white. At first they assumed it was a downed aircraft. Something had crashed in the woods, and they were ordered to investigate. 3 airmen entered the forest, flashlights cutting through the mist. The ground was uneven, frozen leaves crunching beneath their boots. Then they saw it, a glowing object among the trees. Triangular in shape, metallic, dark, roughly 3 meters across at the base. Lights along its surface, a pulsing red glow. One of the men, Sergeant Jim Peniston, approached. He later said the craft appeared solid, physical, real. He touched it, ran his hand along the smooth surface, and noticed strange symbols etched into the metal. Not English, not Russian. Symbols. Geometric. Deliberate. The object suddenly rose, silently, through the trees, and disappeared into the night sky. The following morning, investigators returned to the site. They found physical evidence. 3 depressions in the ground, arranged in a triangular pattern. Broken branches. Radiation readings slightly higher than normal background levels. Something had been there. Or at least, something had touched the ground. 2 nights later, the lights returned. This time, Deputy Base Commander Lieutenant Colonel Charles Halt led the investigation himself, armed with a tape recorder. His voice, recorded in real time, still exists today. You can hear the tension, the confusion, the disbelief. On the tape, Halt describes a glowing object in the sky. Beams of light descending from above. 1 beam, he said, landed near the base. Another appeared to shine directly into the weapons storage area. The object split into smaller lights, then vanished. The recording ends with uncertainty. No explanation, only questions. The British Ministry of Defense dismissed the event. Likely a lighthouse, they said. Perhaps misidentified stars, or ordinary aircraft. Skeptics argue the witnesses were mistaken. That stress, darkness, and imagination filled in the gaps. But trained military personnel insisted. They knew what aircraft looked like. They knew what flares looked like. This was neither. Over the years, additional claims emerged. Peniston later stated he received binary code in his mind when touching the craft. A message. Some of the decoded numbers appeared to reference coordinates, even dates, far in the future. Was this embellishment, memory distortion, or something stranger? Rendlesham remains one of the most documented UFO cases in European history. Multiple witnesses, audio recordings, physical traces, and decades of debate. Unlike many sightings, this one involved trained observers, on duty, in a secure military zone. So what happened in Rendlesham Forest in 1980? Was it a secret military experiment? A natural misidentification? Or did something land in that forest and leave again before sunrise? More than 40 years later, the lights in the forest are still remembered and still unexplained.